Hello, and thank you for joining us on ABC24 this week. I am your host, Pepper Baker. You are here for the real stories behind the big stories, and I hope you'll continue to join us every Sunday at either 9 a.m. or 10:35 p.m. or on our 24 Plus streaming app. All right, let's introduce our panelists now. As always, ABC24 political analyst Otis Sanford. We have a Daily Memphian reporter, Sam Hardiman, and then we also have a new face to the show, Republican political consultant Lane Provine. Thank you all so much for being here. All right, great. Well, let's get to the topics for today. Former MSCS Superintendent Dr. Marie Feagins officially announces her campaign for Shelby County Mayor. Then a bit of a speed round with Memphis and Shelby County business matters, including MSCS Board's latest complaint, city firefighters' raises, and a county board's ruling on XAI permits. And then lastly, Ford's Blue Oval City project changes course and will now produce gas-powered trucks instead of electric. So back to Dr. Marie Feagins' quite elaborate campaign announcement.
I humbly ask for your support, your prayers, your money, and your votes as I seek to serve as the next mayor of Shelby County.
Dr. Marie Feagins' job as MSCS superintendent didn't quite go as planned, so now she's making a run for Shelby County mayor. Back in January, the MSCS school board voted to end Feagins' contract 9 months into Feagins' role as superintendent. Feagins is suing the school district for a $480,000 payout and to be reinstated as superintendent at the same time as she is now running for county mayor. Her lawyer dropped out of the lawsuit and she hired a new one this week, but her next court date for that case is February 12th. Feagins now joins a crowded Shelby County mayoral race. She's up against Memphis City Councilman J.B. Smiley Jr., Shelby County Commissioner Mikkel Lowry, Criminal Court Clerk Heidi Kuhn, Chief Administrative Officer Harold Collins, Property Tax Assessor Melvin Burgess, and businessman Rusty Qualls. Now, in that big showing for her campaign announcement, not a lot of talk or in-depth talk about policy and exactly what she knows about Shelby County's problems and how she plans to fix them as county mayor. But Otis, make it make sense here. One, your reaction to her announcement, and two, how is it ethically possible to have a lawsuit against the school district and then also run for county mayor?
Oh, wow. Well, I wasn't surprised because it had been hinted for quite a while that she was thinking about running. Apparently, there are some people out there convincing her that her popularity means that she could make a run for this as a Democrat. We'll see about that. I do think that it's kind of ironic, I guess, if that's the right word, that she is suing the entity that she wants to be the county mayor of in a broader perspective. I watched her announcement. It was a lot of glitz and glamour, but I saw it as sizzle with no steak. She didn't talk anything about the policies, as you mentioned. She didn't talk about what she hopes to do as county mayor. She didn't do that in that video that she released earlier that day. So I'm just not convinced right now that she is elevated to the top of the race. We have other entrenched Shelby County residents who've been here longer than 22 months. Right. And I just think that she's got to now run a campaign, which means she can't duck from the media, which she has been doing for months and months and months. We'll see how it goes from there.
Now, Lane, you are a political consultant for Republicans more so, but let's talk a little bit about requirements. She's running as a Democrat, hasn't really been in Memphis for that long, but are there residency requirements or voter participation required for her to be able to run in local elections?
In terms of the residency requirement, she meets those obligations, I believe. Now, having only been a resident for 22 months presents a challenge in and of itself in that she doesn't know a lot of people. People know who she is, but how deep are her connections throughout the community? As far as being a bona fide Democrat, that's a standard that the local Democrat Party has to decide whether she meets the standards of having voted in enough Democrat primary elections. But I think there are a lot of problems with her candidacy, from residency and not having deep relationships to fundraising. The most recent campaign finance reports, J.B. Smiley and Mikkel Lowry both reported over $150,000 cash on hand. That's several months ago. We'll see new campaign finance reports next month, and she's going to start way behind. So I think she's got a lot of challenges here.
Okay, and we have not seen yet a candidate on the Republican side. Any intel that you'd be able to give on that?
I think we'll definitely have a Republican candidate. I have little doubt about that. I think we'll know about who that is probably after the first of the year, sometime next month.
Okay, fair. All right, and we did talk about her campaign announcement. A lot of one-liners, if you will, catchy ones that that the crowd was really getting rallied up on. But Sam, she did say that she's pushing for higher voter turnout. Now, with this crowded Democratic primary, how does voter turnout going to play and factor into these elections, especially the primary next year?
I mean, it's May primary. It's not a high turnout. There's nothing else on the ballot to bring people out. Lane, correct me if I'm wrong.
Low turnout, very low.
Turnout. So, like, if Marie Feagins, who believes she has a lot of fans, if she in fact has a lot of fans who are registered voters in Shelby County and they don't vote a lot, she could bring a small base into this. It's a crowded field. Who knows? I mean, as Lane said, we're going to see how much money she can raise. And that's really what's going to matter. And then, I don't know. I mean, to your point, Otis, about Sizzle, what are the issues in the county mayor's race right now? Can anyone tell me? Because, like, we're 6 months away from it, and there don't seem to be any issues yet. That
Well,
the
there's
candidates
been a
are
couple-
talking about.
Well, there have been some talked about. I mean, obviously, the bigger issues have to do with Regional 1, has to do with building the schools.
New jail.
The new jail.
Okay.
The county's strained relationship, if you will, with state government. How's she going to be able to navigate that? They still continue to be at loggerheads. So there are some things that she hasn't talked about, and I don't even know if she knows anything about how to talk
But
about.
beyond forums, do we get any messaging from the other candidates, the other Democrats right now? I haven't seen that either.
And public safety remains the #1 issue in Shelby County. That's what people are talking about.
Well, of course.
And so she hasn't addressed that at all. That's going to be a huge challenge for her to address that issue.
I want to ask you all about her transparency with the media, because there was a point there where she kind of stonewalled professional media and was only allowing certain student media to come in, and then she was giving out her own videos that kind of controls her own narrative. So as county mayor, if she's going to do this campaign, and you're a consultant, as you know, how important is it for her to be forward-facing with interviews and media interview requests?
I think she has a lot to learn. I think she's got a lot to learn about being a candidate. I believe we saw that with the announcement, which was really more of a pep rally than actually a campaign announcement. I do believe she is attempting to use the lawsuit to her advantage from a timing perspective here, because this lawsuit, I think she doesn't want it to really start moving until after the first of the year. She wants to coordinate the lawsuit with the election cycle leading into the May election, because this is her way of getting attention. Her publicity is all tied to her tenure as superintendent. So her lawsuit over her dismissal as superintendent is what will drive her campaign, her messaging.
Okay.
I agree with Lane completely on this. She is using the fact that her name has been in the news, probably the two words you've heard most this year, other than National Guard, has been Marie Feagins.
One Halbert close.
But I think Feagins has overtaken that. And so, yeah, she is trying to parlay that. But to your question about the media, she has always ducked the traditional media. She can't afford to do that if she wants to run for county mayor, because while she has great name recognition, a lot of people in this community are her detractors. And they are some influential people, especially in Democratic politics. I've talked to a lot of them, and they're just not feeling this campaign for a host of reasons, a host of disparate reasons. And so she's going to have to, yes, drive a lot of people out for that May
If she's going to
primary.
stay on the primary ballot.
If she's going to, and that's even a question based on the Democratic bona fides that you talked about.
Could she run as an independent and wait and run in August?
In August, she
But
could.
She starts way behind these candidates
She
in terms of
should.
fundraising. She's at least a couple of $100,000 behind two of the other candidates.
Absolutely.
Well, her PR strategy is pretty strong here. I mean, she does seem to have at least stakeholders within the district, as far as parents and teachers and students, really supporting her here. I mean, that campaign announcement was well attended in a lot of performances.
We're talking about her.
You always
We're
say
talking
that
about
when we bring up Feagin.
But how many of those folks at that are actually going to come out and vote, especially in the May
A
primary?
very low turnout election.
Yeah, I checked for the last 3 cycles for county mayor in Shelby County. the turnout was 10%, 11%, somewhere in there for that primary.
Now, we have a mayoral candidate series on our website and our app. I have to kind of plug it here. So be sure to go to ABC24.com to watch all of our one-on-ones with the other candidates. We are working on Dr. Marie Feagins if she will return my calls. Anyways, next, stick with us. We're going to talk about city and county business, recent rulings, and what that means for the court decisions. We'll be right back.